Hey, what is up, guys? I hope you're all having an amazing day as always. If you're new to the channel, what's up? I'm Tom. If you're not new to the channel, then welcome back. You already know we're in the storage unit. We have the CRX right here, and today we are going to be messing with the CRX. We are gonna try to change out the transmission. We have the new Y8 transmission down here. This current transmission is a SI A6 transmission. So it's cable driven, and it grenaded. It blew up on me. So we're gonna go ahead and lift the CRX up and drop this old transmission out. I got a Hush Performance hydraulic transmission kit since the Y8 is hydraulic and the A6 trans is going to be cable. So here's the bracket. It has a master cylinder and like some lines and all that, and a little clutch fluid reservoir. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started on the CRX, see what all we can do in terms of the transmission. Right now everything is torn apart, like it has been for the past month or two. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. So we got the wheels and the axle nuts off. If you don't know, axle nuts are gonna be a 32 millimeter. I just use a 32 mil with a really long, forget what it's called, but yeah, it's a 32 mil. Went ahead and got the axle nuts off. Now I'm gonna drain the transmission fluid, which is a 3/8. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a 3/8 drive, just right there. Gonna drain the transmission fluid and then pull the axles out. To pull the axles out, all you're gonna want to do is drop that bolt, pull it out, drop the control arm, and then I guess you can either pull out the top upper control arm bolt from the ball joint, or you can go from the lower control arm right there and pull that bolt out, and the whole hub assembly will be loose enough for you to pull all this forward, pull the axle out of the hub, and then you can pop the axle out in the back. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go ahead and start to do right now. Just get the hub disassembled, all the suspension, so I can pull the axles out and go ahead and drain the transmission fluid. So down here you'll see the really long shaft. You don't have like a half shaft thing that would usually be like right around here, this area. You don't have a half shaft or anything like that. It's just going to be one really long axle from the transmission. So you have your passenger side axle over there, then your driver's side is just a really long axle. Quick, as you can see, I was able to get the axle out of the hub, and the only two bolts I removed, the upper control arm bolt and the shock fork to lower control arm bolt. Just that one right there. That one goes right in there. It's a 17 millimeter. This one is going to be a 17 millimeter as well. But other people will argue and say that you shouldn't do it this way. You can damage something. You can like accidentally pull your axle out or something like that if you do it this way. But as long as you do it right, it usually goes pretty well. You can also do the lower control arm bolt, like I was saying, just this one down here. That just is easy. I've just always done the upper control arm, and all you do is you'll get that one removed down there from the lower control arm, and then this one right here, you get it removed. Sometimes it's a little bit stuck. This one was. There's a whole lot of grease and it was just caked on. So have a sledgehammer. I wanted you guys to see how horrible this is. I just removed the transmission bolt, the drain bolt, sorry. I removed that. Nothing has come out. I think I mentioned this, but another thing you can do when removing axles is you can take the whole suspension fork off of the coilover, That'll give you a little bit more room. I couldn't get the driver's side axle out since it's pretty long, and you kind of have to lift the axle up and then move it over. So I went ahead and took the suspension fork off. I made it a whole lot easier, and after that you can just pull the axle out of the hub. So now that I have both axles out of the hub, I'll begin to pop them out. Pretty much all you want to do, take like a pry bar, something like that, and a hammer, and just hammer on the ends. Make sure you don't tug on them. If you tug on your axles, you can pull them out of the boots, and once they're out of the boots, I'm pretty sure that means you just have to get new axles. So I got both of the axles pulled out. I had to end up pulling the forks off of both the coilovers, which is fine, it doesn't really matter, but I was able to get both of the axles out. And actually, alrighty guys, so I got both of the axles pulled out of the CRX. No fluid came out whatsoever, but as you can see, I have them put back over here. What I always do, I put the axle nuts back on the axles just to make sure I don't lose them. Fast forward a couple of days. Today's Tuesday. The last clips were from Sunday. Sorry, had a busy weekend, had a busy yesterday as well. Got Hope with me, got the CRX, same progress as it was in the last clips. But today we're gonna have Jordan, Jonathan, and Tyler from True Speed. All right guys, so we have Jordan and Jonathan here, and we're getting a little bit done, but we broke a couple of things. We broke the, or I guess I broke. Yeah, I broke the VTEC sensor and the distributor cap. The cap is so old that the plastic literally just broke. But I was working on the shift linkage. It's horrible. Has a whole bunch of zip ties and a door hinge holding up the shift linkage, and the whole car is just making me upset right now. So next day again. Today it's just me, Jordan, and Hope. Jonathan had to work today. Sorry for the abrupt cut from the last clip, but yeah, we couldn't drop the transmission, the old one, and honestly that's just because I forgot the two bolts that are in the back of the transmission from the block. And right now Jordan is working on getting the steering column down so we can get the pedal box completely out, guys. So we now have two transmissions on the ground. It only took like 5 days of work for us to drop one transmission out. Yeah, shameful, whole lot of shame, but we got the pedal box, or the pedal assembly out. The clutch is already off of it because I'm gonna need to do a couple of things to the clutch pedal itself for the new master to work on it. So we're honestly not that far away now. The main thing is putting everything back together, which I honestly think is going to be a whole lot easier than taking it apart. Because alright, so as you can see, the wiring up underneath the dash is horrible. We had to tie it up because every one of these wires was just hanging loose, and about 50% of the wires aren't actually held onto anything. They're not plugged in. A lot of them are kind of just hanging wires that shouldn't be there. But as you can see, the steering column is out. Instead of just dropping it, which would have been a whole lot harder for us with the wires in the way, we just went ahead and took it all the way out. So it's right here. And as you can see, there are no pedals in here either. Everything is completely taken apart. You know, shift linkage taken apart. We had to fiddle around with the shift linkage as well on the other transmission. Whole lot of just random things that we had to do. But yeah, pedal assembly is out. The clutch pedal right here. And we have the bracket sitting right here. So I think I'm gonna make a separate video completely for this, just for the hydro conversion. This video is gonna be made. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Since it's been multiple days, I wanna go ahead and end this one, get this one wrapped up, edited, so I can go ahead and upload it. But yeah guys, I'll go ahead and put my Instagram and Snapchat up here. Jordan, your Instagram up here. Hope's as well, since she's always in the videos. And I'll go ahead and be posting more updates. I'm gonna record the rest of the part 2 video, I guess, tomorrow. And I think we might be able to get mostly everything done tomorrow. Get the new transmission in. I'm gonna work my ass off to get the hydro conversion ready to go back in the car. So yeah guys, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for the part 2 video, which should be coming very soon. But alright guys, have a nice day. Peace out.